today we want to talk a little bit about tea tree oil.
Yeah.
Formerly also known as melaleuca oil.
Yes.
We call it tea tree oil, and we use doTerra.
Yes, we do. And
but there's a lot of controversy about using it with dogs.
You know, yes, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was telling her that she should be diffusing oils and doing certain things with her dogs. And she had gotten a diffuser in the mail and had gone online and done some research on tea tree oil or melaleuca.
Karen, don't believe everything you read online, right?
And it scared her to death.
Yes.
And I don't blame her. And there's so much misinformation in there. And there's so many sites that are putting this misinformation out there that it seems to be a legitimate concern.
It does. And when the first thing you look up when you Google tea tree oil in dogs is it's highly toxic, it'll kill your dog.
Yeah.
It will not, though.
Well, it depends, don't you think?
It does
that depend. The oil does need to be pure.
That's the first
and
mistake.
How it's made is probably the most important thing as far as toxicity levels and things like that would go with pets. So if you're buying it at a store, your chances are it may not be as pure as it should be. And there's a lot of, like you said, synthetic things that are added into it or used during the process of extracting the oil that actually cause the toxicity.
Well, and on a side note, there are only, as in a separate, not related to doTerra, a separate consumer advocacy report that came out about 3 years ago. There's only 3 companies in the world that have pure oils.
Yeah.
doTerra happens to be one of them.
That's awesome.
So
awesome.
if you're looking to get something for your dog, you want to make sure, well, and just not for the dog. I don't want to use an oil that's made with synthetics on myself.
No, no, you don't. And, you know, a lot of those oils, they're cheaper. They're easier to come by. They're manufactured in large quantities. And they just are kind of a placebo.
They are. They don't have the quality. So,
yeah.
So you want to make sure you're using a high quality on your pets. But as far as that goes, tea tree oil, if you're using a product like melaleuca, is perfectly safe for your dog if you're using it properly.
Yes, and you want to make sure that you're using the right dose, because I'm one of those people that if I've got a headache and the ball says to take 2, I'm going to take 3 or 4 because I must have more pain than the average person. So, you know, if 2 work, 3 or 4 is better.
And with essential oils, it's exactly the opposite. Smaller amounts usually do the trick quite well.
You don't need to have large amounts, so you don't need to be giving your dog half a bottle of.
Do not take a bath in it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And you know, we do a lot of talking about dogs, but this also pertains to cats too.
It does, yes.
You know, the cats can be very, very sensitive to certain things, and they've even proven that cats can tolerate tea tree oil.
Yes.
So don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's lots of things that melaleuca can help your dogs with.
Be informed. Be really informed. Do not just read Google. Most of the information we get from Dr. Melissa Shelton, who is a veterinarian first and a holistic veterinarian second. And we also get information from Dr. Karen Becker. Both of them are very well versed in using this kind of thing. And so you want to make sure you're looking at the right source.
Exactly. Is it, you know, a clinic down the road that had a case where the person had used tea tree oil and they don't know where it came from, how much was given, anything like that, and then they see enough of those cases, then it would come, you know, to reason that, oh my God, it must be bad for dogs.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if they're the ones putting that out, then they haven't really done their research.
Right. They just got it off, you know, off the street and made an assumption without investigating the quality. And what it was used for. Right. So now we've written down some notes here.
Yeah, we did. So we wrote down a list of things that you can use tea tree oil on, and I thought this was cool. It reduces oral bacteria.
Yes. So that's one thing that I know someone had said to me one time is the dogs can't ingest it. It will kill them. It will kill them instantly if they ingest it. But here's the thing. If you're using the quality, it will not.
Nope, it will not.
Yeah.
It improves gum health, and that's going to work for both you and your dog. So, you know, You can put that in whatever you're gargling with. You can take a little bit of it. I just got a water pick for my birthday from my dad.
Woo.
So I was thinking, well, I might just add a little bit of that to my water pick and use it to clean out my...
Well, and you know, we made a toothpaste. We have a video that we made a DIY toothpaste. You could add a couple of drops of it to that if you're making a toothpaste for your dogs.
Yep. And 1 or 2 drops is going to be so safe that you don't even have to worry about it.
No.
It reduces inflammation. So not only in the mouth, but other places.
Right.
You know, something that this might be helpful with would be if, what am I trying to say? You've got allergies.
She's got skin allergies. And you know something that prompted this? I want to just say that. I put a thing on my Facebook page. It was a picture of Zella's belly. She has some bad skin rashes that are, I can't say what they are clinically because that we're not doctors and we can't say that. But if you look at the pictures, you know exactly what it is. It's some kind of an infection. It's an allergic reaction. I made a mixture that included tea tree oil and I put it on her belly, and in 2 days, the rash was gone.
That's fantastic.
So, and she still gets it on her belly quite frequently, and not 1 or 2 drops. I use like 10 and rub it in, you know, massage it into the area. It's phenomenal. So the tea tree oil can help with that sort of allergic reaction very quickly.
Yeah.
And as you notice, she is not deceased.
Yes, she's still working.
She's still fine.
She's still up. She's still moving, and things are great. So if you've got lice or mites, that is going to help kill those.
You know, think about ear mites. Some dogs get that real bad.
And cats especially will get ear mites. And so that's something that you could use to help kill the ear mites. It reduces warts. So if you know a witch or you have witch tendencies and you've got a wart or two, it might...
well, and you know, Levi he gets little doggy warts, old man warts here and there. And I've been putting a little bit of tea tree oil on those.
That's awesome.
So,
Awesome.
Yes.
And then it says here that it's got significant effects against resistant bacterial strains such as MRSA. So I don't know if anybody has heard of MRSA or knows what it is, but it's a bacterial skin.
It's a horrible bacterial infection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
almost real hard to kill.
Yeah. And so I think that, you know, if you've got somebody that may be fighting that, this could be a definite possibility for you or for your dogs or anything like that.
For sure.
So,
yes, it's amazing.
So how would you apply it to your dog? Is it safe to ingest?
Yes.
It is.
Well, and it says that you can use it on their gums. So obviously if you're putting it on their gums, they're getting it in their mouth.
Right. Right. And if you are putting it on the gums, chances are the gums are red and swollen. They're inflamed. They're open to bacteria and other, you know, things getting into your dog's bloodstream. And when that happens, it's going to travel everywhere to the body.
Yes.
And so if you can do that with it, then you know that it's not harming other major organs. Right. And things like that.
Well, and if I'm doing that, if I'm putting it in their mouth orally, I'm going to mix it with a little bit of coconut oil because coconut oil is also antibacterial, and it might make it taste a little better because it's not really very attractive.
I was going to say, it smells kind of like...
I don't like it.
I don't know. It's really a unique odor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that there's anything out there that you can use to describe it. But yeah, it's not something that you want to walk around going, oh, she smells of tea tree oil.
Ooh, how attractive. I'm going to put, so what I'm going to do, if I'm going to put in my dog's mouth, I'm going to mix it with a little coconut oil and maybe rub it in their gums with my finger or put it on a Q-tip and kind of move it around up against the side of their mouth.
And just to give you an idea of how diluted you want to make this, it's 1 drop per 10 parts of whatever carrier you're planning to use. So if you're using coconut oil as a carrier, then you would use 10 parts coconut oil and 1 part.
And that's a really easily digestible one for dogs. Coconut oil is what I typically use with my dogs.
Yeah, my dogs like the coconut oil toothpaste.
Yeah,
so.
Mine do too. That's what we made it out of if you look at our coconut oil video, or toothpaste video.
Yep. And you can give this solution for each 20 pounds per dog or 20 pounds per dog per day. So what am I trying to say? If if your dog weighs 80 pounds, then you would use 4. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you've mixed it up, 1 drop to 10 drops of oil. You're going to take that solution and give, Zella's going to get 3 because she almost weighs 60. She weighs 56 pounds roughly.
Yeah.
Charms,
and she weighs 26.
She might get 2.
Yeah. So she'd probably get 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it's diluted, which is, you know, that's not a lot. And people think, oh, that's not very much. But it's so powerful. As all pure essential oils are so powerful, you don't need, like we said earlier, you don't need to take a bath in it. A couple of drops usually does the trick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So twice a day.
Yeah, it works great. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your feedback, your comments.
We're kind of debunking the tea tree oil.
Yes, that's kind of what we thought that we would do, because we've had several people kind of reach out to us and talk to us about that. And so
it's a big controversy.
It is.
And I remember even years ago, some folks that freaked out, you know, at tea tree oil. I think that, and we both know who they are. You were using it for a dog way back when, and they had a little issue with that. So,
yeah, but I found it to be very effective with my dogs. I have 5 of them. I've used tea tree oil on all 5 of them, and I've not had any problems with it. I've never used it on my cats, because I've never really had a reason to, but it's safe for cats too.
It is safe for cats as well. So don't freak out.
Yep.
But also don't buy cheap oil.
Exactly.
We're going to put a link
That's
down.
the lesson here.
That's the lesson. Use the right stuff and be informed. And if you have questions about it, please let us know. You know, drop us a line, send us an email. We're going to put a link down below to our doTerra sites so that you can go there and purchase a quality oil if that's what you choose to do. If you want to see pictures of Zella's belly and the improvement that she had in 48 hours with using essential oils, including tea tree, then let me know and I'll throw that in there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you guys for tuning in.
See you next time.